up, TubeU? It's your boy Coyote Mike, and I'm back with another video, a much awaited, anticipated video for you guys. I'm gonna give you guys an update about what's going on with the truck. So we got the motor back in. Those of you who have been following the channel, you know that there was a ticking noise. I just couldn't stand that ticking noise. Kept getting on my nerves when I was at drive-thrus, when I was at stoplights. It's just a constant tick. Kept getting louder with acceleration. Thought the worst of it. I thought the rod bearings were gone. I needed a whole new motor, but that wasn't the case. So tore the engine out, pulled the engine out, tore everything down, took everything apart. Discovered that the rod bearings weren't too bad. Actually got the rod bearings over here somewhere. Give me just a second. Alright, so I actually got the rod bearings right here. So this is the inside of them. See, they're still pretty fairly good. On the back side though, you can see right here where they're kind of burned up. Here's the other half of it. So still pretty good. Never mind the scratch that's in one of these. If you guys see them on video right here, there's a scratch right there. Never mind that. That was human error. So you can see right there, and we call that fretting. So you can see right there, they're kind of burnt up. They weren't bad. They were still good. But other than that, I went ahead and replaced all the rod bearings. Got them torqued down to specs. Actually took it to a mechanic and had him put the engine back in and install all the parts that I got for the truck. So with that being said, got the truck back. Truck was running fine. Come to discover last week, or this week, no, this past week, yeah, this past week, got in there, started messing around with the engine, putting stuff back. They didn't really put everything back together correctly. Remember, the engine was taken apart, so they didn't pull the engine out, so therefore they were having to piece everything back together and find where everything went. But nonetheless, man, so started messing with the truck. I noticed my cold air intake wasn't on right. I kept getting a check engine light, and basically what that was telling me was that I was having misfires. Pulled up the code, P0300, something like that, and another code. I can't remember that number off the top of my head, but so was having multiple misfires. So upon further inspection, when I was opening up the hood and looking at everything, my cold air intake wasn't on correctly. It wasn't bolted. It wasn't seated correctly. It was a quarter of the way on, a quarter of the way off. So I was getting bad gas mileage, bad performance, bad everything. And as far as the code, the P0300, that was throwing a code because I was changing out the spark plugs. I was going back with the OEM factory spark plugs. I thought maybe something was going on with my NGKs. Never had problems with them. Better performance, but better spark. But when I got to cylinder 7, I noticed that my boot wasn't sitting on there correctly. And it was missing the bolt that actually goes in and anchors it down and holds it together. So what was happening was, being that it was missing that screw, every time I would get on the gas, you know, your pistons are going up and down, so it would shoot the boot out, and it wasn't getting, it was arcing it, it was getting the bad ground, so it wasn't getting a good connection. So now if I had seen that before I took apart and pulled out spark plugs 1 through 4, I would have caught that early on and never had to do that. But I'm kind of glad I did. So I went back to OEM and then started going through, you know, little tests here and there, checking the catch can, checking the oil levels. You know, I just had the engine out, so just put the engine back in. So I want to make sure the fluids and levels and everything's good. So pulled the dipstick on the on Venom here, and it was bone dry. So completely dry, no oil whatsoever. So I put it in about 6-7 more times. Kept getting the same results. You know, it was dry. Didn't like that. I was upset about that. So decided to get underneath the truck, take a look at what's going on. Just going to change the oil out and you know, go from there. So as soon as I get underneath the truck, I noticed there's oil everywhere on my cross members, on my lift kit, on my starter, on my AC compressor, everywhere. Oil is just everywhere. So we have a massive oil leak. But to say the least, I don't know how long the truck was going so low on oil. So with that being said, I think I ran the truck for like maybe 2-3 days with very low oil. So the tick is back because we ran the engine with no oil. Very pissed off, you know. I don't know how this could happen. Got all new components, new gaskets, had the mechanic put it in. I mean, my only scenario would be that they over torqued the oil pan, because it's coming from the front of the oil pan by the engine on the I want to say the passenger side front corner. So massive oil leak. So I reached out to the mechanic. He told me that you know, his mom had passed away, and so, you know, I'm not a dick, so I understood what was going on. I just told him, hey, look, man, I noticed these things that were going on. This was missing this wasn't bolting in, this wasn't done correctly, and we got a massive oil leak. And I don't know how long I've been running the truck with no oil. So those of you know, these 5.0s require the right amount of oil, otherwise problems happen. Same thing with any engine, but these 5.0s, they're a little bit different. So so not only is the ticking there, the ticking is worse now. So who knows how much damage I caused to the engine running it a few days without any oil. So called him up. He told me that his mom had passed away. I understood that. He wouldn't be back at the shop for a couple of days. He would call me when he's back at the shop. But anyways, put oil in there. You know, I still got to drive the vehicle. I have no means of transportation or anything like that. So if I do drive it at short distances, but that day I decided to drive by the shop, and lo and behold, you know, he was at the shop. And so I got to speak with him. You know, he's gonna look at the truck come Monday. You know, he told me to bring the truck back in there on Monday. He'll take a look at it, see what's going on with the truck. Kind of upset me that it wasn't taken care of right then and there, being that, you know, I'm already a paying customer, but I get it. You know, he's got other jobs going on. I just was kind of upset about him not, you know, letting me know that he was back at the shop so I could go and address this issue, when I explained to him how important this truck is to me and getting it up and running for work. It's my daily driver. So, but you know, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna let him take a look at it on Monday, and go from there, see how much damage is caused, and, you know, we'll see what the outcome is. But so as far as the status with Venom, you know, we're still at step one. You know, nothing really got fixed when we got the truck back. You know, everything was running fine. Still had a little tick noise, but, you know, we're going to diagnose that with the roller followers, change all that out, and the what are they called? Give me a second. I'm trying to think of the name here. They are called the phasers. Yeah, phasers. So we're going to change out the phasers. We're going to change that out, being that I didn't change that out. And then also the timing. The VCT, solenoids or something like that. I'm not exactly sure of the terminology, but it's in the morning. I just got up, so I'm a little groggy, a little upset. But so that's where we're at with Venom, man. I mean, I haven't uploaded any videos because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the truck. Just been busy with work and everything else. But nonetheless, man, I just want to give you guys an update about what's going on with the truck and where we stand with Venom. But nonetheless, man, let me go ahead and give you guys a cold start with the truck, and then we'll just kind of go around the truck, pop the hood, look underneath the engine and underneath the carriage, and I'll show you exactly all the oil and everything that's going on under there. So that's where we're at with Venom, man. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fire her up for you guys, give you guys a cold start, see if I got room to get back here and set this tripod. Let's see where we're at. There we go, right there. That should be good enough. All right, let me fire her up. So as you can see and hear, the motor still sounds strong. Close this up here. Get up inside. Like you see, as you can see, everything still sounds good. Everything's good. Everything's up and running. Quick question for you guys, man. Comment down below if you guys know where I could pick up a new surrounding one of these. I don't know exactly what it's called. The gear indicator, just the bezel right here. You see mine right here. Mine's got a crack in it. It's missing the part. You guys remember about a year ago or so, I had it right here. I pushed in on it ever so slightly, and it broke and fell off. But if you guys know where I can pick up another one of these little trim bezel pieces right here, just where it's park, reverse, neutral, drive, all this stuff, you guys let me know. Comment down below. I have been searching high and low trying to find one. Alright, so here we go. Let me pop the hood for you guys. Give me just a second. Alright, so here we go. Badges. Alright, so here we go. Here goes the motor right here. You can hear a very slight tick. But nonetheless, man, this wasn't put back on correctly, so we got to address that. We got to put that back on. The motor sounds good for the most part. You'll hear after a while that tick is going to come back. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but we've got oil. Big, massive oil leak underneath the truck. So, you guys can see it all over my cross members, just everywhere. So when I had my truck, you guys knew I had no leaks under here whatsoever. I'm on top of everything when it comes to the truck and the engine, but you can see we have a massive oil leak. Oh yeah, before I forget, so I changed out my lower control arms, went with Moog lower control arms for that popping noise. You guys remember in previous videos, that popping noise every time I turn the wheel. So changed out my lower control arms, went with Moog. No complaints. These things are freaking beast. Yeah, every time I would turn the wheel, it would pop, but not anymore. But I just wanted to show you guys this oil leak right here. It's not coming from this side. It's actually coming from the passenger side. This oil is just everywhere. But as the truck starts to warm up and I give it a little acceleration, that ticking comes back like 3 times worse. But that's pretty much about it, guys. All I'm going to cover for right now. I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded a video, but like I said, I've been busy with work and trying to figure out what's going on with this truck. So come Monday, when I take the vehicle in and I get it back, I will give you guys another update as to where we're at. But nonetheless, man, I just wanted to drop a video for you guys. You guys stay tuned to the channel, man. I don't know whether or not I'm going to turn the vehicle in or get another vehicle, man. You guys will just have to stay tuned to the channel and see what's going on. But I'm still making videos, still putting them out there, man. So you guys, I just want to thank you guys for hanging in there with me and you know, staying true to the channel. But nonetheless, man, if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell notification, and smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. Until next time, it's your boy, Coyote Mike.